Well, as you can see, Amy and I went to the barn together today. Don't know if we're going to make a habit of that or not.
Well, it's 3:15, so not really in your wheelhouse, is it?
No, that's not going to happen. Well, I was supposed to be in Ohio today. Amy didn't want me to go.
Oh, stop.
So I didn't go.
It's supposed to be bad weather.
It's really, really bad weather in Ohio over the next 2 days. Can you make that work again?
How long is this going to take for you to get? I'm not opening this until you're done your opening.
So, I couldn't go to Ohio today. The weather terrible. I mean, with the weather so bad, Tour de Lindy's probably going to be on a soft track tonight, which I'm not going to like. But I would stomach my way through it. If I could get up tomorrow, go to the barn and train horses at Northfield Park, qualify our horses, and then race Compass Rose DC tomorrow night, I would do all of that if that was possible. But Tour de Lindy will race tonight. I'd said to Jason, maybe Jason was smart about it. He said, why don't you just wait and see if there's a scratch? We'll scoop one of those drivers. If there's not, I think Justin Irvine, I'm so blind. I thought for sure that Aaron Merriman didn't have anything in the race, but he does. He has a horse in there. But Justin Irvine, who worked for us this summer, does not have a drive in there. Got a good set of hands on him, that kid, so he can drive Tour de Lindy, I believe, in race number 12. Now, I would love to be there. You guys know that. But what happens on Wednesday morning is the problem. Starting at 10 a.m., it is going to start raining and raining and raining and raining really hard throughout the afternoon. I don't even know how they possibly will get the qualifiers in, but I'm certainly not in a big hurry to qualify Matt's MVP, Granite Hill, Mama Knows Best, and I'm a Lovely Lady in the extreme slop. There's just no need of it. You know, I can do it next Wednesday when it's supposed to be nice out. Makes sense. So I'm not going to go to Ohio tonight. I'm not going to be present tonight or tomorrow, but I will be present next week. Now, Monday morning, after we're done here at the barn real quick, Jared and I are going to head over to Ohio, pick up Prairie Fire and Hill of Magic, and head to the Ohio Sale I just had the name of the town on the tip of my tongue. It's really frustrating. It's Sandusky stuck in my head. It's not Sandusky. Anyway, Springfield. That's exactly where it is. So I'm going to go to Springfield with Jared Bothwell. You guys may know Jared. He swam some horses for us recently. Was Adrenaline Rush, who I saw on the track today. He looked great. Now, today actually, the track was a little firm starting out today, but the weather was great. It's now warmed up to +4. The track will be a swamp in the next, well, it is right now. It's going to be a really, really tricky weather situation and track situation over the next few days into a week, as we got a lot of rain coming also, and then that will only be trumped by snow coming up Thursday and Friday. So what we're going to do is, what we did today was train all the babies today. The ones that could train, we had a few scratches, a couple of temperatures today, and some castrations this week. We had 6 scratches, so I think that's around 54 horses that went out today and trained. May I see that, please? I'm just going to make a quick note of how some horses went. First set, Lady All-Star had a little temperature today, which is very rare for her, so she had the day off. Who did I have in there? Did I move somebody in there? I did. I moved Columbus in there. Columbus made a little break there, but it wasn't his fault. I put him in gear and he shied away from something right where I should have known better. It just slipped my memory that was the particular point of the track where it was a little tricky on him. He came right up trotting and ended up going a very, very good training mile after that. Very impressed with him. Una Madonna, again, excuse me, made a little break today, but she actually wasn't bad. James said she just rolled off in the straightaway. This is the time of year, right? Starting to get towards the end of the winter. And what's that?
We're in the middle of the winter.
Well, I was thinking that, but it's not really. I think March is winter's over. March 1st.
It's February 1st.
I know, so you're a month left. I'm thinking December to January. It's 2/3 over in my mind. So we only have at most 33% of the winter left.
Okay.
Which makes it mostly over in my mind. Okay, I'm just talking now. So most of the winter is over. You're going to see some growth spurts. You're going to see some horses that don't usually do weird things, make breaks. And you're going to see some horses jump forward. Now, today I went with Landing Strip. He is a little funny today. He rolled off on me in the last turn for no particular reason. There's always a reason. He didn't show any lameness to me.
You were in the snowbank with
Yeah, that first time was my fault. I hit the snowbank with him.
Yeah.
They had a little 3 inches of a snowbank. It was barely a ridge sticking out where the training mile would be from where they cut all the snow away from the track. And it just kind of jostled a bit and he rolled off. But in the last turn, he got out of gear also, and then finishing up over in the far turn, he rolled off stride. Yeah, something's going on with him, but not really any lameness, nothing I could see. But we'll keep an eye on it. Horses, things like that. Una Madonna, again, this a filly that's doing a lot of growing right now. She's been bomb-proof up until drone day, where she made a break, and she made a break again today. But trotting good, James said, otherwise, so I'm not really that concerned. Rosita's Dream was castrated this week, so he didn't go. Carter Michael Dio was very, very, very strong. He looked good. Nothing But a Dreamer was good. Coupe de Ville was good. But Amy was a winner, was sipping on my shine, fresh off his castration. He was very good today. What a mission. This was his first training trip in about 3 weeks, and he rolled off starting down the backstretch on Danny Young. Keep in mind, first training trip in 8 or 9 days for a lot of these horses, much longer for a horse like What a Mission. Really a dress rehearsal, right? So we're going to see some mistakes this morning. Not really as many as I thought we would, but we did see a few. Second set, again, this is my perspective. Chocolate for Lunch was decent, I think. Victor Cruz was a winner. Jason went from not liking this colt when we broke him. None of us did. We had to castrate him immediately. He was just a rotten little bugger to do anything with. But he beat them handily today and looked good doing it. Victor Cruz was very good this morning. Outlaw Jesse James made a little break again on Brody. I'll go with this horse on Saturday if we can go. I'll go with this horse on Saturday. We'll snug his elbows up one additional hole and go with him. Lost Spirit, who's been so good, but we did castrate him. He was really good, but not that good. We did castrate him this week, so he didn't get a chance to go. Rita Legacy was stronger, but I would even like to see her much stronger than she was today. A good training mile from her. More Than You Know, a little warm today. Got to do some work on him also. Captain in the Air, Mario was very happy with him. You know, we're going to push back on Captain in the Air. He's a little sour. We castrated him. He's good, but there's going to be zero leeway given to this guy. He's got some heavy lifting in front of him. And then Marshall Zukov, Danny said he was jumping over some things. Now, this is where we differ a little bit in training sometimes. You know, Danny has his head snug, but I would rather all the horses see everything on the track and get used to it. So for jogging for the next week or 2 or 3 or 4 or whenever, for the foreseeable future, Marshall Zukov's going to jog in an open happy bridle. I want him to see everything on the track every day, just part of his maturity. I'll tell you a horse that really caught my eye today, a horse that I really thought would be terrible. I wasn't happy. If you guys remember back before Sir Strong got sick, we got real sick. Actually, if you remember back before then, I told everybody the last shoeing change, I just wasn't happy with it. He just didn't feel good in those shoes and that equipment. I just didn't think we were there yet with him. And I remember turning the mile today to go with James, and I said, "This 0% chance this guy's going to trot well today." I shouldn't have said 0. Never say 0 when it comes to. You know what? I'm going to go Shoppers Drug Mart real quick. They have a package here for me. I hope they still have it there. They keep it a week, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, today's 7 days. So Sir Strong was very, very good today. Now, I didn't win the training set, but he really surprised me, this horse. Even jogging him around, I just didn't feel that level of comfort I was hoping and wanting to see from him. But man, he looked really good. Horse also, we were a little concerned with last week. Whispering Song was had a tiny bit of a head nod to her last week. We put flip-flops on her, put a good blister on her. Danny went with her again today, said totally different horse. He said, I don't know what it was. She was off last week, and she is really good today. Finished up her mile very strong. I can tell you one of the most impressive horses of the entire day, maybe the entire month of January also, was Horn Player. Horn Player was exceptionally good today. Dominic went with Horn Player today, and he was really, really floored by how good she was. She's just a really nice filly. everything is firing perfectly for her right now. She looks great on the track. Everything is right with Horn Player. So one of our top horses right now at the training center. GJ's ATM was good. Little bugger bit me today. He's getting gelded.
He's bad.
That's it.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was that bad. They said he's really bad in the barn.
And actually, that one you said earlier is bad too.
Who?
That more than you know.
Oh, really?
Is that the horse first on the left when you walk in? Keith's section?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
He
that.
might need
Okay,
to
well,
go
he
on
has
the
to be
list.
castrated. But GJ's ATM, he bit me right in the arm. And it didn't hurt that much, but I looked right at him. I said, that's it for you, bud. No biting daddy. There's no biting daddy in the barn. That's a rule. So, GJ's ATM, although he looked great on the track, Dave. Really, really nice looking horse. Swinging Senorita was good also, and Smoking Hot Irish Girl. Both those fillies were running in a little bit today. Both of them made a little skip as we started out, but were perfect after. Very happy with both of them. Those are two examples of the horses being a little rusty today, were those two particular fillies. We went out in the fourth set. My 1% put it on me again with Mo Power Baby, and I was very happy with Mo Power Baby. My 1% is a serious customer. This is a nice colt, and I'll tell you what, my partners on the Dewey Ann colt, they deserve it. What we went through the last, few weeks with the sister and with Dewey Ann, I everybody should be cheering for this colt, and not just because he's our first homebred now, but because he's a nice colt and because of everything that we went through with that mare. That mare, I love Dewey Ann, and I'm so happy that she's got a nice colt. This colt drove away from me today. There was nothing I could do about it. And Mo Power Baby's a strong, big filly. This is a tenacious colt. I really, really like my 1%, and he looked great again today. Oh my gosh, made a break. I'm going to go through the list when I go home and make some shoeing changes to the vet. This guy, we're going to make a few shoeing changes. Twin Cedars All-Star was okay again. Leaps and Bounds, you said you wanted me to go with. Wow, what's wrong with her?
No, she was fine. She needs help getting into the next gear.
We'll help her into the next gear.
I don't think I have that.
I'll help you get her into the next gear.
Thanks.
And Always Charming was actually very, very good today also. Gandalf the Black, I said to Mary said, he's coming, he's got a lot of work to do. This colt's going to have to do a lot of work to impress anybody at the barn. I like him. I like the look of him. I like his gait. But those breaks in weird places, you got to power through that stuff, and this guy's got to get to that. So I know Mario always sticks up for him and loves him a lot, but he's got some work to do. I like him so far, but I like what I think I can see. I don't like what I do see. So I need to see more from this guy. Silent Assassin was awesome again today. Brody went with Silent Assassin. I'm really happy that Brody got along good with this filly. He can go with her for the next little while. High Enterprise popped a quarter crack. I didn't know that. I didn't love the way she trained today. This filly, I think, is one of our best Ohio breds. Not our best Ohio bred right now. I'll get to one that looked very good today. But High Enterprise got some work to do. I told Amy, you got to put 80 pounds on her. We got to put some work into this filly starting right now. May Lose Control. Here I was in a big hurry to get this horse castrated. He already is castrated. The guy sent him here castrated. I had the vet go in and check him today because I thought he was originally. So he's like, I don't see any incisions, but I can't feel any testicles. I'm like, oh, that's not good. So I texted the guy who bred him just by chance. Who would send him? Dad did, I suppose. They gelded Marshall there. I said, hey, Bill, did you geld May Lose Control? He goes, yeah, we had him turned out with a filly and we didn't want him, so we just castrated him. Seems like an odd excuse, but it worked out great. That's great. So May Lose Control is already castrated. Tactical Tactor, and James said I hit High Enterprise a snap when she made a little break.
She made a break?
Yeah, she made a break. And scared, and when I snapped her with the whip, it scared the hell out of a Tactical Tactor, and he near run away with James. James said, yeah, hood and maybe snake cord for Tactor. He said, wow, is he ever coming into himself now? He's starting to look real good. These tactical landings had a rough start, but punched through the turbulence. See what I'm doing there with the turbulence?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Okay, well, I thought it was pretty good. And now are starting like I told you about your filly, how good she was.
Horn Player.
Yeah, unbelievably good. And now we've seen Tactical Tactor come forward also. Hill Street Blues was terrified. That same set when I snapped that filly with the whip, he almost lost his shit on the track. He almost lost his mind. And then come right up trotting and finished up very, very strong. No, he made a break in the last turn. I haven't gone with him for a while. So maybe I'll go with him one of these times. He's just such a big, powerful, strong-looking colt. He was impressive today on the track, though. He was way back, caught up to us, come on again, and then Johnny just lost him in the last turn. But he's a good-looking colt, that colt. Now, the Spitfire Overseas set. This is what you would call our top grouping. I didn't go with Enzo today. I wanted James to go with Enzo because I think Enzo is just a cut above. He's just a little bit better than everybody right now, but he's a little smaller and compact. He's a medium-sized colt. This is when they really start to shine. So I give, Merchant Man a little leeway because he's a big boy, right? A couple of these bigger horses, just give them a little more room. James loved Enzo today. He was a little rude when he went on the track. He's still a stud. He said, but man, what a sweetheart to drive. He does nothing wrong. Merchant Man was good, but just felt, I guess the only way to say it is loose. He didn't feel like he was locked into his gait today. And I saw that the other day. I went back and watched the video, and I saw that again the other day. I think maybe he's just growing. We're going to make a few little shoeing adjustments on him, but I'm not too concerned about it today. He was good. I'll tell you what, we talk about Ohio horses. Full Heart, the filly, beat everyone today. First over, Johnny moved her first over, and she just kept coming, and then drove away. Sister Solange was good also. As I said, Enzo, Merchant Man, Full Heart beat them, and then Spitfire Overseas was in there also. Just a great group of horses. I was so impressed with Full Heart. Man, she looks like a powerhouse. To tackle Merchant Man, I was on the front. I went with Merchant Man. I was on the front with him, had to nurse him through the last turn, and then I went to put him in gear coming out of the turn, and he was like, I haven't trained in 8 days, leave me alone. And Full Heart just inhaled him late in the stretch. So a big mile from her, a big mile in that entire set, but very happy with her. Fashion Presidente thumped everybody in the 7th set. He looked so...
Just beat me.
He didn't just beat you.
Yes, he did. I almost beat him.
No, you didn't. Danny was just sitting there. I had a good look. You weren't going to beat him. You did good with Cunning Connie. I was happy that you got along good with her. But you could have went around in a whole other lap and you weren't going by Fashion Presidente. He just looked really good today. And Amy would like me to say that Cunning Connie was very good also, but not quite as good as Fashion Presidente. Landing Strip, that's one I had to nurse him together for the mile, and he made a break earlier on. We'll get him squared away. I'm not worried about Landing Strip. Crantini was fantastic also. Mario said Absolute Euphoria was good, and Tailgate Buzz was good also. That entire set 7 was very, very good. Last set that went on the track, Landing Pad put a massive beating on them. Now, Cutie Cumber made a little break on Cutie. Made a little break on Mrs. McDonald today. Landing Pad's got it all figured out. He's such a cute horse because he's shy, I guess is the best way to put it. He's very soft, and just the way his demeanor is. But when he hits that high gear, it's like he just turns into this bully, and he just wants to come forward. He's a unique horse, a very unique horse. Landing Pad is a very unique individual. I was so impressed with him today. He just was so good. Cutie Cumber, she'll be fine. I'm not worried about her. Dreamin' of Credit rolled off stride. 5 Fish Species was very, very good. I had a death grip going under the wire, but Fishy was coming to me late in the stretch. I didn't want to break her heart. She was never going to get to me, but she was coming to me. She felt good about herself finishing up. And then Anchors Up. Again, Anchors Up keeps getting better and better every week, but it's going to be a slow grind with this guy. Dreamin' of Credit, I said, made a break, but trained good afterwards. And Warwi Yuri actually was a late scratch also. Little sniffle in his nose. I know, it's so brutal. I told him from now on I need updates on this horse 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't want to hear about it at 10:30 or I'm going to lose my mind. So, horses that missed today, Warwi Yuri jogged. Look fine. Depend on It jogged. He's getting castrated this week.
Only if he's feeling better.
Yeah, he'll be feeling better. He's fine. Tactical Mounds. For those of you out there, our partners in Tactical Mounds, she looked exceptionally good jogging on the track. She's back going full bore now. We'll probably start training her, not next week, maybe the end of next week would be the earliest for her. Real Fear, back jogging now, had a curb and a splink route. I'm going to protect this guy. I think this is our best pacing colt for Ohio. I know Jason loves the little guy there, Victor. He doesn't want any part of Real Fear. Not yet. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he will, but not yet. Cash Deals had 2 curbs cryoed, so she had the week off. Magical Tom was castrated, and he also had the day off. So that is what went on today. As I said, I'm not going to Ohio. I'm going to head over to Ohio Monday morning. I'm going to stay until at least Wednesday night, if not Thursday morning, and then come back next week. So that's the plan here at the stable over the next 2 days. I'm sorry for my partners with Tour de l'Indy. It just made no sense to go over there with what was waiting for me in Ohio. And for the people wanting to see those horses qualify tomorrow, relax. There's no rush. No need to qualify them tomorrow. They can qualify next week on what appears to be a beautiful day. So I'll talk to you all very soon. I hope you're having a good week. We're back now. And all is well at the stable. Take care.